Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your Uncle Steve here on a Victory Sunday. The Atlanta Falcons take out the Green Bay Packers 25-24. Excitement galore. What are we going to talk about next? We're going to talk about victory. We're going to talk about 2-0, and we're going to talk about the future of this franchise. Are we in good hands? I think so. Let's get it kicked off right now. All right, what is going on, folks? Thank you for joining us in Uncle Steve's Lounge. It is Sunday, and for the first time since 2017, the Atlanta Falcons start the season 2-0, two NFC wins, one against Carolina last week, and today, in a different style, we come back on the Green Bay Packers in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, 25-24. We'll get into the numbers and everything else pretty soon. As you all are coming in, please make sure you hit the like button on YouTube and Uncle Steve's Lounge. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I think I'm one or two away from 1,200. So that would be getting closer towards 2,000. Got a little while to go, but at least we're heading in that direction. Again, if you enjoy what you're hearing over the last couple of weeks, please join us. Join us, y'all. It's been a minute. And if you're on Facebook in Atlanta Bird Gang, appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate y'all coming in. I don't even know where to start with this game because in my opinion, it was a game of it was a lot of different emotions going on. There was a time when the game first started and the Falcons kind of moved down a little quick where it looked like, okay, we're going to stick to the script, run the ball, do our thing. And then all of a sudden, the momentum shift, and it seemed like Green Bay kind of took over a little bit. Their fans and man, their fans travel. It's not anything we don't know. We know Green Bay fans travel well everywhere, not just here in Atlanta. But they were there today. I want to say, if I'm taking a generous thought, I think it might have been 60-40, 70-30, 60-40, something like that. But man, they came, they came screaming. They were surrounding us all over the place. And they had reason to. For a quick second, they seemed to seize momentum. They went up, was it 12 points? And it did have that feeling of, uh-oh, here we go again. But my first game ball, folks, y'all not going to believe this. My game ball is going to Desmond Ridder. I mean, if you think about what was put in front of him to come back from, he truly marched that team down a couple of times in the fourth quarter. Made some solid throws, made some critical runs, made some good decisions on his own. Is he perfect? No. Far from it. No, there's not many quarterbacks that are. But I think today you saw probably more of what I think we're going to get from Desmond Ridder than we did last week. He tried to get the ball downfield. He trusted his receivers. Yes, we had a couple of balls that probably could have been interceptions, but they weren't. The one interception I looked at and it looked awful live. But I did realize afterwards, after I got home and I looked, he got hit on that play. Again, offensive line, got to do a better job pass protecting. But Desmond Ridder, man, to be able to brush his shoulder off, I mean, and get up and lead us to 3 straight scoring drives to win the game. I thought that was good. Bijan Robinson, man. I don't know. I keep thinking back to April because I was one of those. Man, why are they gonna Tyler Algier just ran for 1,000 yards. Why are we drafting him? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wrong. Happy to be wrong. My bad. That cat right there. Man, he is something else. So again, looking at the numbers a little bit, Desmond, 19 for 32, 237 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Sacked once. Yes, he did throw an interception, but it's okay. We won the game. Bijan, 19 carries, 124 yards. Tyler, 16 carries, 48 yards. Desmond carried the ball a lot more today, 39 yards, that touchdown. Drake London got in the gear today, 6 receptions, 67 yards. Hollis got 3 receptions. Jonnu Smith with 4 receptions. So we spread the ball around. Kyle Pitts, a couple of catches. I think that's going to be the formula, folks. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be anything that they're going to put on Broadway on a show. We'll be talking about it or naming it the greatest team on turf or all that stuff. But if it gets us to 2-0, man, I'll take it. And man, can you think about if we get to 3-0 before we go overseas? Goodness gracious. All right, let me hear what y'all talking about in here. First, got a super chat in here from my brother Greg from Custom Kicks. Greg, and you got so many compliments today. Again, Greg does the custom shoes. I have the custom Falcon shoes that are unfortunately upstairs at the moment. But today I got so many compliments on those shoes. Y'all make sure y'all give Greg a holler at Custom Kicks, man. He'll hook you up. Thank you, brother, for the $5 super chat. 2-0, been a while since we felt this. Yes, it has. Norman's here. Norman, what's up? Say, I was just looking for your stream. Yeah, man. I got on here a little late. Yeah, I got to remember to come from the game. It might take a little while to steer through the traffic, kind of get things right, come home, all that good stuff. Sean Glover, that's my buddy. He was keeping up with me today. He said Desmond is a 2-0 and undefeated at home. There's that Desmond record. Undefeated at home since college. But it's true. Dondre, what's up, man? He said, hey, Uncle Steve, what a win today. Kind of sloppy, but I'll take it. You know, I don't think there are going to be too many clean wins from a lot of teams right now anyway. If you remember me saying a couple of weeks ago, these first couple of weeks are going to be an extension of preseason because folks just haven't had an opportunity to get together. And I think when you start talking about a team like Atlanta, we would have so many weapons that are now integrated into the game plan. Bijan, Matt Hollis, and Kyle coming off injury and having a new person throwing them the ball, it's going to take time. So the mere fact that it's taking time and we picking up dubs as we go, I'll take it all day. King Richie, what's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us, Uncle Steve's Lounge. Again, as you all are coming in the lounge or whether you're on Facebook, please make sure you like the video. Let everybody know where I am out here. RJATL for life. What's going on, sir? Good to see you. Miss Pamela Johnson is here. Hi, Uncle Steve. 2-0, great win today. Yes, Pamela. And I know you had to deal with those Packer fans out there today, too. I know you did. Because if I was dealing with them, I know you were dealing with them. Those Packer fans, they're not as obnoxious as the Philadelphia fans or even, I would say, Steeler fans. But they can get on your nerves, too. I had a guy sitting next to me, and obviously he was definitely filling up on the alcohol, and he was talking so much junk. And you know how sometimes you're in your place and you wanna just stick it to him, but when it was 24-12, it's kinda hard to talk to him. But then once we start coming back, oh, he left before the last kick. Left for the last kick, I was trying to talk to him. And at the end of the game, you know what I say, little thing, "Go, Pat, go." At the end of the game, it was over. I was telling all of them, "Go, Pat, go. Go outside. Go home. Go wherever you need to go." And they were obnoxious, man. Dondre said, "What's the heck going on with Patterson?" I don't know, but looking like right now they kinda don't need him. I wouldn't even worry about it. Sherman, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the lounge. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Smart Rise in the house. I'm very critical of Ridder, but I will give him credit when it's due. He played good today. And Smart Rise, that's one of the written. You are always like your name, brother. I never see you go left on stuff like that. Because along with myself, I have been critical of Desmond. And I was critical of Desmond last year in the 4 games he played. I'm not gonna sit here and try to bow down to the hive mind mentality that everything Desmond Ridder does is the greatest thing on earth. It's not. But I will tell you today, Desmond played a very solid game. And if he didn't play solid today, we don't win. If he doesn't drive those 3, if he doesn't engineer those 3 drives coming down the field, we don't win. Knew when to throw, knew when to run. I got to give him credit. Facebook user says, checking in, about to give me a burger, extra cheese. That's my buddy Calvin. How you doing, Calvin? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Marina says, rise up, Unc. Do you believe in Ridder now? I it depends on what your definition of believe in. I've always supported Ridder since he had the Falcon uniform on. And I still think the best has yet to come. The best is yet to come for him. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Larry, what's going on? Larry from the Dixon Way. Y'all check out the Dixon Way on YouTube. Live reaction videos. I saw a little part of his video before I headed south to come home. Good job. They always do. Jimmy Wayne says, good resilience by Ridder. He showed guts today and willed the team to win with Bijan as well. Lions up next. Bijan, man, I don't even know what to say. Is there a word that can give me a word, and make sure you say you're talking about Bijan. Give me a word, one word that you can say describes Bijan, because I'll say it again. I'm not telling you we haven't had good runners in our franchise, but I've never seen anyone with the skill set he has have with this uniform on and doing the things he's doing. He's doing things that remind you of like NFL legends. That stop where he made 3 people look absolutely foolish and gaining the yards, the 4th down play where he just kind of wormed his way around that arm tackle that could have stopped everything right there. We got something special, folks. We have something special. That's for sure. Timothy, what's going on? Say, what's up, Uncle Steve? Slow start, but a fast finish. That's right. That's all that matters at the end. At the end. Them dirty birds be dirty. How you doing, sir? Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Jay Campbell's here. What's up, Jay? Thanks for joining us in the lounge, talking about this win today. Awesome job. Dexter Owens is here. The O-line has been playing like mess. Ridder played his best when it counted. Play calling still a little suspect to me. No, you have every right to question the play call, because I think the play calling was part of the reason we got behind. I don't know what was going on after we got the pass interference call in the end zone and why all of a sudden we tried to get cute. And again, we can talk about it in a good light since we won, but you can't leave points out there. And I know we ended up getting a field goal, but you know, just crazy. Dondre says, Uncle Steve, some of Arthur Smith's play calling was Stevie Wonder like blind. I can't be mad. Sean said thing. Arthur Smith made this game closer than it needed to be. And that's a consensus, folks. This is not me picking on them. I have everybody who just came up, Dondre, myself, Dexter, all these guys, I don't have to vouch for them as fans. I know they're fans. But that's just the truth. That game was probably a little closer than it should have been. See, but what's going on? Said, what's up, Unc? Did we see a switch get turned on with Ridder today? He seemed fiery to say the least. He did seem like he had a little extra today, especially a couple of those runs. And that touchdown, when he got that touchdown, it seemed like it's just something just overcame him. And I haven't seen that type of emotion on the field from him. But I think this is his coming out party, folks. Be ready. I think we're in for a good ride. Jonathan, what's going on, man? Jonathan Freeman said 4-quarter comebacks means you have moxie. Yes, it does. And not only that, a double-digit lead we came over, Jonathan. It's not this we're down by 4 and we scored a touchdown. We literally had 3 scoring drives. Should have been 2, but we'll worry about that later. But he had 3 scoring drives that we came down, the 2 field goals and the touchdown. And I just think, yeah, moxie, it's a great word. He did. He showed that. Man, that's absolutely crazy. Dondre says, I'm going to say my game ball goes to Robinson with that big 3rd and 7 he got, the first down, and kept us in the game. Yeah, that was a big one, too. I think the 4th down call was even bigger than that. Buddy Glenn, what's going on, Glenn? Glenn, you can find Glenn and Ryan, the historian, on the Birdcage. Y'all make sure y'all check them out on YouTube. They come on Thursday nights. Glenn says, put some respect on his name. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Pamela says, you see why we drafted Bijan. He is advertised. And Pamela, I'm not going to lie. Like I said again, can't sit here and try to pretend like I was skeptical. I was skeptical about the draft pick. Not after preseason. Joseph Evans in the house said we needed the scoring potential of Bijan at any given time. Bijan is just that guy, Joe. He's that guy. Jaqual, what's up, man? Say, I'm still sour about the direction we went with our pick, but Bijan has made it easier to get over my grief. That's real talk, y'all. It's not critical. It's not, you're not believing in your team. It's just a lot of people weren't down with that. And he's making us all say, might have been wrong. Facebook user said, we need to have better play calling in the red zone when we were inside the 1, and why are we not up under this? He's preaching to the choir on that one. Matter of fact, the very first play, and I'm saying to myself, why aren't we just getting the ball and going? I would have rather seen Ridder try to sneak it in. 1st and goal at the 1, and you getting cute. And you almost turned the ball over. Almost. Winston in the house, what's going on, man? It said chat, smash the like button. He's absolutely right. If you're coming in, come on in and hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. RJ Falcon, good night, Unc. Thank you, sir. What's going on with you? Bubba Gump, what's up? Bubba says football isn't meant to be pretty. You're right. You're right. And I'm not trying to, let me make it clear. Nobody's saying it should be, this absolute 100% working machine at all times. It doesn't work like that. But, you know, it is what it is. All right. Lisa Shepard says, "Hey, Steve, feeling great. Sleeping like an undefeated baby tonight." Undefeated. Can you believe it? So are Tampa Bay too, though. I saw that. I was kind of ticked off. Facebook user says, "Big time win with our running game. We should win the time of the possessions. So we should be in a lot of close games this year." I don't want to be in close games. Not all of them. Some of them, yeah. Not all of them. John says, John Brooks was out saying, "Uncle Steve, 2-0 sure is a great feeling. I'll take another ugly win." Hey, ugly win, close win, they're all wins. RJ says, "David, the defensive tackle we got in free agency who played for the Aints last year, played a great second half." He's talking about Omenyada. Absolutely, he did. So, I mean, you got to give him a lot of credit. A lot of credit. Lisa says, "I will watch the replay tomorrow." Gotcha, Lisa. King Richie says, "Imagine when Patterson comes back." Shoot, if they need Patterson. Trying to tell you. I mean, do we? I'm going to keep him. I'm not saying we're not, but I'm just saying, hey. Sherman says, "I know my boy Pitts is okay, but my boy Pitts is my boy Pitts really okay? We got to get Pitts involved." Yeah, that's where play calling comes in. You really do. Glenn says, "Bijan is Patterson 2.0. I could say that. I could say the upgrade. I'm gonna say I was so happy when they left the stadium. Man, they definitely a pain in the butt. Oh, they were horrible. Absolutely horrible. John says, do you think CP time is up in Atlanta now that Tyler and Bijan is playing lights out? It's gonna be interesting to see. You know, the other people that got hurt on the team, they kind of up and jettison them. And then my buddy Godwin that they keep signing on to the practice squad. He might be somebody you start thinking about. Larry says, "Give the game ball to Ridder, in my opinion, not just the numbers, but the leadership qualities I saw." I agree with you. So Darius is in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Thank you for joining us. And yes, we enjoyed that win, brother. We enjoyed it. Another $5 super chat from my buddy, my Arkansas buddy, Jeremy Cox. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Jeremy says, "Not to brag, but I ate tacos during the game and danced a rendition of the Running Man that took MC Hammer down a few notches." I don't know what to do with you, Jeremy. I don't, but I thank you for always being around, my brother. Thank you. I know you like that win today. Ridder finally getting his due. I truly do. This is one of those games that I really have to say he grew up. He might have grown up in front of us. And I'm not saying he wasn't mature or nothing like that, but I'm saying this was a game that if he doesn't play as well as he played, we lose. And so I have to give him credit. Philip is in the house. What's going on? Philip said defense stayed true. No points in the fourth. That allowed Ridder to make his first comeback win. Defense did their thing. I think at one point the defense was just on the field too long. They were just on the field. The offense wasn't doing anything, and they go back. They're just not on the field that much. Offense not on the field, the defense is going to stay out there, and they're going to look worse than they really are. Rusty says, "Ridder gave me a heart attack with some of those throws in the first, but he made some clutch plays in the fourth. Let's mother blanking go, baby. Still need to tighten up some things for sure, but it's easier to work on them with a win as opposed to a loss. 2-0, 2-0 in the NFC, and 1-0 in the division. Those are the numbers. We better start paying attention to those because if we want to be one of those teams that we're talking about in December and January, these are those wins you got to collect, folks. And I really see us being, I mean, Green Bay is one of those teams we're going to have to get over. The team we play next week, Detroit, is another team we're going to have to get over. I'm not saying the Jacksonville game isn't important because it is. It just as a win, excuse me, but that's an AFC team. We have to start banking these NFC games, especially the home games. Miss Lynn is in the house. How you doing, ma'am? Said loving the 2-0. Rise on up Falcons. There you go. Millie here. Millie say, up, what's up? Ridder will be fine. Yeah, he did. He did. Sean says, as a Desmond, he surely flashed today. He did good, man. Like I said again, he did well. These the one words that people describing Bijan. Bijan electric. Bubba says he's different. Sean Dixon says a robot. Glenn says explosive or dynamic. Sibo says elusive. That's crazy. Hey, Raymond, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining us here. Jimmy Wayne says an alien. Oh, man. Winston says prolific. Larry says one word to describe Bijan is generational. All these things I absolutely agree. Philip says unstoppable. Michael's here. Michael says he sprays his body with Pam before each game. It seems like it. But again, folks, remember, this is no disrespect to the William Andrews, the Michael Turners, the Avonta Freemans, the Tevin Colemans, the Warwick Dunns. This is no disrespect to all of them, but this cat is different. That's why I asked. The words everyone used are probably words that we're thinking about. We haven't seen a talent like that in the backfield ever on this team. Not telling you he's the best. I'm telling you we haven't seen that type of talent. Chuck is in the house. What's up, man? Say, what's up, Steve? Happy we won. Very troubled about the offensive line. Yes. Pass protection, lack of defensive pressure, and ability of receivers to get open, especially those first two. That pass protection has got to get better because Desmond has showed us a little bit, especially today. If he gets a little time, he can make some things happen. But you got to get some time. We got to give him some time. Got to. Raymond says plenty of defenders' ankles in the ice tub already. Bijan is crazy, man. It is. WCG is in the house, and Bijan is just getting started. It normally takes a running back sometimes before they're ready. Yeah, that's scary because if he's showing ready 2 games in, then the NFL is crazy. Shard is in the house. What's up, Shard? Thank you for joining us in Uncle Steve's Lounge. Again, if you all are just getting in here, please make sure you hit the like button, whether it be on YouTube and on Uncle Steve's Lounge or in Atlanta Bird Game Facebook. We appreciate it. Thank you so much showing us the love. He said, I hope some of those Packer players didn't leave their ankles that Bijan broke. He did. Millie says teams will have to respect Bijan, and that's what we drafted him for, to open everyone else up. Now input CP into the mix. Oh my God, scary. And then let's not forget the forgotten man, Tyler Algier, who he didn't do the magical stuff he did last week, but that's fine. He'll do it in week 3 or 4 or 5. But Tyler still running hard, still doing things. We have a lot of versatility in this offense. And if the offensive line can help us out in that pass protection game, like they help us out in the running game, I think it's going to be scary. Rusty said, serious question, Steve. We are doing all of this with absolutely zero contribution from KP. I know we talk about it jokingly, but when did those conversations start getting real about trading him for an asset that we can really use? I am not. I have never, and when we started talking about it last year after he got hurt, and I'm not saying you need to trade Kyle Pitts. Let me make that disclaimer clear before somebody goes, Uncle Steve, talk about Steve. That's not what I said. But as Rusty said, if there is an opportunity and you get a deal you can't refuse, you have to think about it. You do. Sean says, I traded for a great edge rusher. Why not? Why not? WCG says, Ridder should have had 3 picks today, so it is Arthur's play calling, or is he trying to protect Ridder? I think in one of the interception that he actually threw today, I went back and looked, dude came straight through the middle and hit him. So I'm not saying it's 100% not his fault because there are sometimes when you say, well, it might have hit you. He might have been way too quick. But I think in that case, I'm not going to blame him. All right. This is John Harris. What's going on, John? Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Said Ridder, 19 to 27, 234 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Falcons fans, 12 heart attacks, 23 strokes, 1 involuntary bowel movement. All those things is probably true, though. I mean, because it was, man, it was crazy to sit up there. The tension was crazy. To see the Green Bay at one time, the Green Bay fans level was here, and we were down here, and then to see it come, especially when we were on that last drive for the winning field goal. I mean, they got so quiet. They left the being so courteous and so nice. All that go pack go was dimmed down to a whisper. And then when you were outside with them, they didn't want to talk to you. You say rise up to them, they looking at you like they want to beat you up. Crazy. Terry One says, love the way the O-line played. It's gonna help Ridder trust them to protect him more. Now, I love the way the O-line played, especially the run game. They still got some things, in my opinion, to kind of shore up on the pass protect. Now, they did in the fourth quarter, but we got to get that together. Bubblegum says Hollis got robbed of the TV. Yeah, it was an interesting call because, I heard him say part of his heel was out of bounds. But, man, didn't it look like his toes hit first? It was almost reminiscent of Julio when he scored in the NFC Championship game where the toe hit and then the heel came down. And I said to myself, when he did that, I was like, oh, that's a touchdown. And they didn't give it to him. But, I mean, we won. So, but, yeah, I thought that was a touchdown too. Brian Peoples is here. What's going on, Brian? Thank you for joining us in Uncle Steve's Lounge. So what's up, Unc, Algier, and Robinson? Perfect 1-2 punch. Can't wait till CP comes back to. And you got to remember, folks, CP is seeing all of this. And I know he wasn't there today. CP got to start looking and saying, oh, man, is there going to be room for me left? I know we all love CP and what he's done, but let's keep it real, folks. It's running out. This time is running out. These two young boys are taking this thing. Millie says, the crazy thing is that we get a jolt of on defense next week with Okuda on the other side of AJ and Troy back in the middle. Yeah, I'm about done with the Trey Flowers experiment, but I get it. I'm not mad, but yeah, I'm just about done with that. Oh, man. Greg says off topic, but then thank you again for the super chat, brother. Says off topic, but how about the Colorado versus Colorado State? I think everyone and their mama watched that game. Coach Prime feeding teams. They owe words. Well, I will say this about that game, Greg. I don't want everybody to get too excited. They almost let that thing slip last night. Now I watched the end of it and everything, and I know we're going to get it right back on the Falcons. But at the same time, congratulations to Coach Prime. But Coach Norville got nothing to be ashamed of, man. They came in there 20-point underdog, and probably should have won that game. The game had no reason to go into overtime. Just some horrible penalties and stuff like that. But yeah, Prime is 3-0, man. Prime is the man. Speaking of which, Billy Glover, this is one of my boys. He always talking about Prime doing his thing. Absolutely. John Brooks says, he's talking to Larry on there. Travis, what's going on? Travis says, all good. What a win. Cue the Sesame Street song. I'll do that for the minutia tomorrow. Again, y'all make sure y'all check me out tomorrow. I'll be on around 5 o'clock for the Monday minutia. We take 24 hours, take a deep breath, and talk about what's going on. Facebook user said, "What's up, Bird Gang? What's up, my brother? Good win today. We fought till the end, and that 2-0 show looking hella nice. Defense is standing up, and we needed them too." I give the defense a lot of credit. I know a lot of people are going to look at 24 points and say whatever they're going to say, but the defense has done pretty good these last two games, in my opinion. Dixon Wade says, "We don't need CP 84 taking runs and receptions away from Bijan. Bijan is him. When he is back on the field, the entire defense is locked on him. Play action works better when he is in the backfield." Yeah, I think it's going to be more and more difficult to find touches for CP, to be honest with you. And it might be a conversation they have to have with him. Now, I know we can use him on kickoff returns, but it's going to be a very good conversation. Jeremy says, "Long way to go with Ridder in the play calling, but the team is showing a diversity of talent we haven't had in 5 years." Jeremy, not only that, um, you feel like with these two games that you are in every game. I don't know about y'all. Even when we were down 12, I felt like we were in every game. And that I haven't had that feeling in a while. I have another super chat from Vincent Moore, $7. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining Uncle Steve and Uncle Steve's Lounge. He says, "Do you think Desmond will get better every week? I heard a caller on radio say that Matt Ryan would have lost the game today. Always enjoy your channel." And thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. And thank you for supporting it. To answer your question, yes. I think it's, you know how sometimes, Vincent, you need to get that eye test from somebody that shows you, oh, now that was the ding ding in his head. I think today, and I don't even know exactly which drive it was, but it seemed like the ding ding came in his head today. And I really feel like he connected and he got it. And for all of those of us who have been very critical and seeing things that we're saying are questionable, yeah, I feel like he did a great job today. I think he did. Oh, we got another super chat. Got a super chat from my buddy Big Low Country Sports. Y'all make sure y'all check Big Low out on YouTube. Big Low Country Sports. He gives up the 4.99 and he says 2-0 Unk, rise up. And Low, and I know we were talking a little bit during the game via text. It was amazing the roller coaster of emotions that we were having during those games. And I'll be honest, as a Falcon fan, this seemed like one of those games we were going to blow. This seemed like one of those games in the last 3 or 4 years that we are destined to just not hang on, destined to just make that dumb mistake. And that's one of the reasons why I say with Desmond said, "Nah, not today." And I think he put the team on his back and he carried them down the field. And it wasn't just one person. You know how sometimes you see some of these NFL teams, and Justin Jefferson is a perfect example. And Kirk Cousins gets in the rut. He said, Justin Jefferson, Justin Jefferson, and just feed them until whatever. But you got a little sprinkle of Bijan, got a little sprinkle of Drake, got a little sprinkle of Jonnu, a little sprinkle of Tyler. I like the fact that we did a lot of things, especially in the fourth quarter, that just kept the Packers off balance. And if we keep doing that, folks, I think we might be in for that special year. We just might. Thank you, my brother. I always appreciate you supporting you, bro. King Richie says, "I think Smith and Nielsen just filling teams out since there's no tape on these new teams. For real, for real." Yeah, that could be it too. WCG says, "Did I watch a completely different game? Keep hearing people say how great Ridder was, but he should have threw 3 picks at least." Here's what we're not saying. No one is saying he is Joe Montana. No one is saying he's the second coming. Shoot, I'm not even saying he's prime Matt Ryan. I'm saying from what I saw last week and what I saw between things last year. This is the first real game that he was trying to get the ball downfield, use his athleticism to get first downs and a touchdown, and really seemed to have a grasp of what was going on during the game. Last week, it seemed like there was a switch to just say, you know what? Dink, dink, donk, and that. This week, it seemed like he was determined one way or the other, which goes to your almost 3 picks, which you're right. Nobody's saying you're not right. But at least he was making decisions that made it seem like he was trying to get us down the field, as opposed to take the very predictable swing pass to Bijan that has become the popular call now. No, you didn't watch a different game. I just think I'm just more positive this coming out of this game for him than I was last week. I'm not gonna lie. Brian says Bijan equals unique. I see you. Drew says, I knew we were gonna win this game. I said I don't hate on Ridder. Yeah, it's not even hate, man. I got to stop that. Anytime y'all say that hate word, I'm gonna start saying bonk. Nobody hates Ridder. It's not hate on Ridder. People are not, people are not sold yet. You can't be sold just because they tell you it's the quarterback. We were just told Ridder was going to be the starting quarterback this year. There was no competition. They did an eye test in the back room and said, you know what, Ridder? Bam, you're QB1. There was no going through training camp with another guy and they're battling. No, that wasn't it. They anointed him QB1. So if they anoint somebody that without any competition or anything like that, then you have reason to question. But it's it's not a hate. Montoya, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, Montoya? Say, I am excited about the win. Hopefully, we continue to improve. That's what it's about. Andre Davis is in the house. Andre said, what's up? What's going on, Coach? Thank you for joining us. Make sure you like the video. Make sure on Uncle Steve's Lounge, y'all go over there and subscribe if you can. Hey, there's my buddy, Joni Mack. Whoop, whoop. And I'm sure she is supporting her Atlanta Falcons. We are holding it down here for you. Yes, ma'am. Go, go, go. Coach says you're forgetting Vic. Oh, you're talking about as far as the exciting people? Yeah, I probably didn't put his name in there. I think I was saying running back, but I know what you mean. He should be in that category. Larry says, I don't want Bijan to split carries anymore. It was a great blend today for both Algiers and Bijan, but Bijan, for the rest of his career, he should never see less than 19 carries per game. Or even I'll go this step, Larry. How about no less than 19 touches? Because if you have Algier in there, I'll be willing to give Bijan 10 to 15 carries and give, as long as I get the ball to him out in the out there in the slot or when he spreads out. But I hear what you're saying. Drew says, yeah, I agree. We don't need CP taking runs away from Bijan or Algier. Bijan is a beast. Every play should be a highlight. Coach said he had time with that pass to Hollis and he terribly underthrew it. Yes, I agree with that. You're right. We have another super chat. Man, y'all are trying to feed a brother today. There's Greg again. Greg, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. Did you see Ridder's mannerisms and body language after the first game? At least he recognized a subpar performance. I think he bounced back pretty good. And Greg is right. If you go look at I think he was happy at the end of that press conference last week, but I know he probably felt like I could have done a lot more. And I'm not saying looking at stats. I don't think he looked at the stats and said 113, I'm not in the top 10. I don't think he did that. But I do think he's somebody that says, you know what? I probably didn't do the greatest job, even though we won. So I give him credit for at least trying to step his game up. That's me. That's me, y'all. Um, man, I'm so sorry. Y'all are rolling today, and I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. False start. What's going on? What's going on? D Sloan is here. Say, what's up, Aunt? What a game. We got some things to clean up, but we'll be ready to go against Detroit 3-0. We coming. Let's go, Ridder. Let's go, Falcons. I can hear you saying that. Absolutely. Philip says Vic is proud. His number is on Bijan's back. You know this. You know this. I know Vic is happy about that. Millie says Bijan is the elusive one. Tyler is the hammer, and CP is the best of both. CP, man, I'm trying to tell you, better look for them. You better look for them carries. Them young boys might not give them a chance. Timothy says, Unc, give Bijan and Ritter some glasses. What did you say? Are you saying some glasses? It was personal in today's game. I maybe I'm missing that. You're gonna have to spell that out. Give Bijan and Ritter some. Maybe you're saying shades. I don't know. Write that out for me, Tim. I'm missing that completely, and I know I'm throwing that off. So help me out, man. Drew says CP is not the best of both. Jalen, what's up? Jalen said the crowd energy has been way better than last season. I'm gonna tell you what, Jalen, and even today, even with the infiltrating cheeseheads in the building today, you heard, especially those last two drives for the Packers when they were on offense and they wanted noise in that place. Man, people came alive. So I do feel the energy in the place, and to be able to see all the people is just so much better than it's been in the last 2 years. ATL, GA Faithful, what is up, man? Douglas, what is up? Say, Unc, what a win. Yes, it was a great win. Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all check my man, ATL, GA Faithful, out, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro, he put out some of the best songs and videos, man, and some beats in there. Y'all make sure y'all check him out on his channel. Please check him out. One of our great Atlanta Falcon content creators. Antonio Holloway says, crazy thing is we got 3 running backs to rotate and keep fresh when the defense gets tired. Here's the thing, though. And I know I hear everybody saying the 3-headed with CP. Has there really been a problem with the running game at the moment? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not, knock on wood for injuries. But where do you get carries for CP right now? If things are going like they're going, where do you find those carries? I don't think you create them. I think you have a nice blend as we're going right now. So I don't know. This is no shade on CP. I love CP. But it's going to be hard to find him some time. Billy says, so CP can't juke, CP can't catch, CP can't truck a guy. I think I've seen otherwise. Oh, no, nobody's saying. Yeah, y'all missing it already. Nobody's saying the CP can't be a part of this thing, but it's hard to do a 3-headed monster. I know they did it in San Francisco a couple of years ago before people started running me down on that. But once you get somebody like Bijan and Tyler kind of greased up and ready to roll, it's going to be hard to try to get somebody else in the mix and do that. And I mean, we just established today, I think everyone's been talking about getting the ball to Bijan more. So that means we got to find more carries for Tyler. Now you're going to add CP to the mix. I'm just saying it's a great problem to have. It's an awesome problem to have. I'm just saying it's going to be difficult. JJ the Great said, we are 2-0. Let's go. Drew says CP not better than Algier or Bijan. Not at this stage, no. Raymond says Algier sent Van Ness to the sideline. I know. You better have that hard head on messing with these running backs. But I saw Van Ness. Van Ness look like he didn't want no more of that. he didn't look like he was done for the day. He's like, oh, coach, I'm done. I'm done. Sister alert in the house. What's going on, sis? Says, yes, we have to work. Too many near picks and that pick in the beginning. Yes. But we stopped their momentum in the fourth quarter, and we made the points we needed to win. Whew, I can only imagine in the crowd. Yeah, the crowd was. And again, that last fourth quarter, when it counted and the Packers had a 12-point lead, it would have been easy. That would be one of those games that yesteryear Falcon teams would have, I don't know, start running plays to practice for next week. I don't know. But 3 straight drives, folks. 3 straight drives. They had to have it, and they got it. Jeremy says, I'm ready to see a healthy Okuda, yes, versus his former team. And also Montgomery might not be back. Then, yeah, I saw he got hurt as well. He was having a nice day, too. It's not going to hurt my feelings if Montgomery isn't back. And, yes, Okuda has to come in there. And I know we are just down to Trey Flowers, and I saw Alford out there a couple of times. But, yes, it would be nice to see Okuda come out there and against his former team and do his thing. Drew said Van Ness didn't know what hit him. Oh, what happened? But Montoya said the tension was tense. It was, I mean, it was a time right before we went on fourth down that I think everybody, you know how sometimes you're going through the normal parts of the game and it's third down, and you don't hear the excitement and stuff like that. But then near the end of that fourth quarter, everybody was on their feet basically the last 5-6 minutes. That's the kind of games I love to see. That's the kind of games I love. Got another super chat. Man, y'all are awesome today. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. Really do. JJ the Great, thank you, sir. Appreciate that $5 super chat for me. Said Ridder was up and down the first 3 quarters, but he was locked in the entire fourth when we needed him the most. Arthur coached the hell of a fourth quarter, too. And you know, JJ, for first, thank you. And for all of the junk we gave Arthur in the first half, and we should, he called a great fourth quarter. And JJ, be honest with me. Everybody else in chat, be honest with me. Did y'all really, when he decided to go for it on that fourth down, the one where we probably could have kicked the field goal, but he decided to go for it, what did y'all start thinking, uh-oh, I don't think that's the right decision? I'm just saying, there was something about that that made you say, dang, Arthur, you got us this far, man. Please don't mess this up. But giving JJ credit, what he's saying, he did. And in the fourth quarter, he came through. Came through like game busters. And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that as a fan. So that was pretty good. Let me see. I'm trying to go up here. Y'all have been so awesome with these chats, and I apologize if I'm kind of skipping around. I'm trying to get to people I haven't seen or people I've getting to. Montoya says, I don't even watch college, but I watched that one last night. A repeat. Yes, I think everybody was watching that game. I think everybody was watching. That game didn't even end until 2:00 in the morning. And I think everybody was still watching that game. All them pastors in churches over there looking at the clock talking about, why everybody late? Because Colorado played. Oh, man. Y'all don't mind. I'm going to skip to a couple. But LaToya's in the house. How you doing, LaToya? Say, Unc, I'm so proud our guys hung in there and pulled it out. Years past, that would have been an ALC. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't even see her comment. That's the type of thing I'm talking about. Getting used to the old. Now, creating a new culture that says, okay, we down 12. All right, we good. We can come back and get this. I love it. It's new. Dre Harris is in the house. What's up, Dre? How you doing, sir? Say, I'm telling people now, when CP comes back, enjoy the artistry of this 3-headed monster we're about to have. It's going to be like Jordan in his heyday. Hey, look, as long as they find a way, as long as it doesn't take away from the momentum you're building on your run game, I'm down, Dre. 100%. I'm down. Billy says, just say it one time. Ritter would be. Y'all remember Fonzie when they used to make him try to say he was wrong on Happy Days? For those of you who remember, Ritter will be. Ritter will be all right. I'll put it that way. Oh man. False Start says, do you know who Ritter was barking at during the game? Atlanta fans or Packers? No, I didn't. And I heard somebody talking about that. No, I missed that. I'm not trying to be funny, man. I was down there in the bowl, down there in the section, and I was too busy barking at my Packers fans who were talking so much cash junk that, you're in those little fights in between, and I didn't get a chance to kind of see who he was barking at, but somebody mentioned that on one of the streams I saw coming home. I didn't see that. Pasta Girl is here. How you doing, Pasta Girl? Say today's game might be the game slowdown for Ritter, possibly. Yes, that's a great point. Where things slowed down for him. I agree with that. That's a very good point. Again, make sure y'all hit the like button if you're on YouTube, especially if you're on Facebook in the Atlanta Bird game. Please hit the like button. Thank you so much. That'll get us out there. Coach says, as a critic of Ritter, I must give him his props today. Too many bad points I see still, but I definitely have softened up my thoughts on him. That's probably, you could probably take Andre Davis and put Steve right there. That's probably where I am. Giving him his props today and think he did a good job. Montoya says it too. I thought we were going to blow it too. Yeah. I mean, and those are the things that I'm trying to explain to people. People think you can flip a switch and make us all of a sudden say, oh, I believe. No, I don't believe. Oh, I believe. No, I believe. These games, as I've told folks before, these 3-hour periods between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock are seasons within themselves. So today we had good Arthur, we had bad Arthur. Today we had early bad Ritter, we had good Ritter. So you just kind of have to put all that together. And it's not saying that this person is so horrible just because he threw one interception. Now he's the worst quarterback in the NFL. That's not what we're saying. But as a whole, that's why I'm giving Desmond Ridder a lot of love today, because he could have thrown that first interception and it could have been downhill from there. But I think in his heart of hearts, he said, nah, this is not how the story going to end today. And I give him a lot of credit for moving through there. Mark Cheney, I just saw Mark and Tidy on Atlanta Bird Game. They usually come on right after the game. Y'all make sure y'all check out Atlanta Bird Game on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. He said, rise up, Unc. Rise up, Falcon fam. Absolutely. Jimmy Wayne says, Dez in the press conference said never doubted them. They will fight until the end every week until the clock strikes 0. Desmond with the 300 Sparta speak. Atlanta Skate Man is here. Hey, Unc and Coach Lowe, a win is a win. No doubt. I will take it all day. Yeah, I agree. I'll take a win. I'll take that win. Larry says, this is the best win in 5 years by the Falcons. Ridder down by 12, was a leader on the field. Bijan was the best player on the field, and the defense showed out in the fourth quarter. And I think one of the reasons why you say that is because we haven't had a lot of significant games in the last 5 years. And this is the first time with every win that we start storing, it becomes the best since. The best since. So 2-0, the best since 2017. 2 games over the 500 for the first time since 2017. So all these things, I'm taking them. Let's bring them on. Let's bring on Detroit. Let's see what happens. You know, they're going to be hurting next week. They took a loss today. My man, 3 Dirties in the house. What's up, 3 Dirty? Say sometimes you can't put your finger on it, but sometimes you got a guy that finds a way. He find a way. Find a way to win. That's all I need. Find a way to win. Atlanta GA say other quarterbacks would have folded up. Absolutely. Ryan People says, I agree with you. Ridder played a complete game and he's definitely going to get better. Only 1 week at a time. And you know what it is, Brian? We're impatient. As fans, we want to see the best now and see it often. That's why we're fans. We expect Desmond Ridder to be 25 for 26, 399 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's the and it's not fantasy football thinking, but it's just saying that's what a lot of fans want to see. But another way to our heart as fans is to win. And he's gaining that trust from the fans through these wins. We'll be willing to overlook, what seemed to be sometimes pedestrian stats. Not today. He did pretty well today. But last week, you'll overlook that if there's a W attached to it. So, yeah, 1 week at a time. Absolutely. Terry says, I don't want him to be like Ezekiel Elliott. You talking about Bijan? I hope not. Nando, what's going on? Said, what's up, Unc? They gave Ridder the toughest job in North American sports, and he showed grit for this win. 2 key drives. Ridder extended drives with his legs. MR2 would have lost this game if MR2 was the starter. It's actually very accurate because Matt would have needed athleticism on a couple of those plays. And you say what you want to say about Dez. Yeah, Dez says, I'm going to get if nobody else going to get it, then I'll get the yards. I'll get the touchdown today. I'll get it. So he's right. Absolutely. Like spot on. WCG says, I just think if we wait for the next game to see if the light did go on Ridder or did he flash, and I will look at next game and how he started the past 2 games. It's fair. That's fair. Very fair. Perry says, what's up, Unc? CP may not get no carries, but he should get plenty of catches because it's MIA on Kyle Pitts. Yeah, but we gotta get Kyle involved in that. We have to. We have to. That my buddy Rod in the house. What's going on, Rod? Rod says glasses reference may be about Coach Prime giving sunglasses to his players and saying the challenge from Colorado State was personal. Yeah, that too. I appreciate it, Rod. I mean, I think that was much to do about nothing. I think that guy was Norville was trying to pump his guys up, and you know what? It worked. Colorado State should have won that game last night or this morning. They should have absolutely won that game. No doubt. JJ says, first time 2-0 since 2017. I was a freshman in college. Wow. Foster Girl says, I think Koo stayed up late watching that Colorado game. Yeah, Koo kind of swaying that, but you know what? He made up for it by hitting those field goals. Normally, I would make a big deal out of that. But I think we've become so accustomed to him being automatic that it's just odd to see him miss like that too. I don't know whether that was a miss hit or not, but yeah, that was very uncharacteristic. But he absolutely made up for it when he knocked the one, especially the one that won the game. Atlanta Bird Gang is here again. Make sure y'all check out Toddy and Mark on Atlanta Bird Gang. Hit them up with some likes, and more importantly, make sure you subscribe to the channel because he's always throwing up videos during the week. He says, let's not overlook that CP84 was given the Joker position by Arthur Smith. He's going to be all over the field, not at running back. And that's actually a pretty good point. When I hear people talking about the 3-headed monster, you're absolutely right. He is going to be versatile. He is going to be doing some other things. So I agree 100%. I forgot about the little Joker thing that he's doing. Yeah. Let's get it, GA. How you doing, sir? Say in the second half, that's probably the best play calling Arthur Smith has done since he's been here. I'm really concerned about Kyle Pitts not being a focal point in our pass game. We're not using him. And, you know, I would love to be a fly on the wall to hear what Kyle thinks about that. I mean, of course, when you're and it's especially when you're 2-0, you're not gonna make a lot of stink. But Kyle's coming up on a contract year after next year, or at least the fifth year option. And, you know, Jonnu looked pretty good. You can probably get I don't want to say a total pedestrian tight end. But you could probably get some other guys to fit that position. I don't know. We'll see. John says 58 watching, 19 likes. 19 likes. Take a minute to press the like button. Tighten up, ATL family. I appreciate that. Thank you so much again. As he said, if you don't mind, as you're coming in, please hit the like button for me, especially on the YouTube channel and also on Facebook. That's how we get this thing out there so people can watch this video later on and replays. Share it with your friends too. I don't mind. Shoot, share the video. Let everybody know what we're doing over here. Jalen says, I thought it was the right decision. If you can't get 1 yard, you don't deserve to win. And he's talking about that decision on the last drive when you probably could have kicked a longer field goal. I'm like that, Jalen. You know what it is, Jalen? Again, probably unfortunately triggered from years past. And I'll take the hit on that. We're used to saying, okay, we finally got this opportunity to get this win. No, don't go for it. No, don't. And then we don't get it. But you're right. We made it. So, yeah. Facebook user said it takes big nuts for Arthur Smith to go for it on fourth down. That was when it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, woo. Billy says Pitts is the focal point of the offense. Teams be worried about him. Now teams are going to worry about Bijan. Now that LB comes off and KP is open underneath every time. Just wait. I hope so. JJ says, I was internally screaming for us to kick it on that fourth down. Yeah, I said that's just human nature, folks. Human nature. Drew says, I love the fight Smith has going for it in the fourth. That makes it tough on the defense. Again, he made it, so it's a moot point. But I'm just saying, y'all. That's all I'm just saying. Dogging, I'm just saying. Chill Rodney is in the house. What's going on, Chill? Oblivion Empire says Green Bay fans want to fire Joe Barry. Yeah, that was some horrible play at the end. Jared Brown says, I don't know who Ridder was barking at, but I swear that sparked everyone and shifted momentum. Sometimes quarterbacks got to do that, man. Good for him. Rodney says, Unc, I had to tell my kids whatever words you heard during that game, don't repeat them. The mics was picking up everything said. And I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I usually watch the repeats before I go on tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get an opportunity to watch and see. Pasta Girl says, can we please make those helmets and jerseys permanent, man? I love the old school logo. It's not that I'm not a fan of what they're doing now. They changed that right around the 2000s, early 2000s. It's not that I'm not a fan of it, but I just love the old school logo. That's me. Vida Great says, if we don't start getting Pitts the ball, we might lose him in free agency. Well, we technically we have him for 3 more years. We have him this year, we have him next year, and then barring something ridiculous, they're going to give him his 5th-year option. So he'll be here. Eric says, what's up, Eric says, I think I saw Bijan break 3 ankles in one play. Yes, that one play he absolutely did. Look like Allen Iverson on the football field. Crazy. Coach says, as a defensive coach, I'm loving what I'm seeing on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully, we see more penetration. And yes, AJ is that guy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Slim Dulla is here. What's up, Slim Dulla? Say, great win. Not only did we have to beat the Green Bay Packers, but we also had to beat the Green Bay Packers referees. They did call some slick call. Then they missed the one call. Y'all remember when old boy was on the sideline and they hit him on the side and they didn't call? Man, I was so ticked off at that. I mean, clearly out of bounds. And they took a little extra shot. I mean, that's crazy. James is here. What's up, cuz? Got the win. Broderick Hall here say Pitt's time will come. I hope so. I hope so. Coach said it's not that we're not using Pitts correctly. I believe because we don't have someone who goes through progressions quick or at all. He is being missed. Different quarterback will have better results. And that's fair. You might be right on that. Darius says people were saying our Robinson was a bad draft pick and he was breaking people's ankles. Yeah, and we went over it a little earlier before you came in, Darius. Yeah, I'll be the first one to say I thought we were going to go defense. I thought we were going to go defense with that pick, but now we see. Now we see how important. And think about if we didn't get him. And not saying Tyler wouldn't been able to hold his own, but now that you got to deal with two of them, man. Jalen makes a good point. He said, was I the only one laughing when Jordan Love fell over the center and got a false start? The guy who was next to me, the Green Bay fan, when he did that, in between many, many, many expletives that he put out there, he had his little drink in his hand. He's talking about, you drinking some of this? Because it did look like he kind of drunkenly said, oh. And that was a big play. That was a big play. That was a huge play. Aaron says Trey Flowers is suspect. I agree with you. I agree with you. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully, Okudah will be back for this next game against Detroit. We're going to need him because they got a couple of receivers up there that are balling. Listen, folks, do me a favor if you can. I appreciate y'all coming in. If you enjoy the stream we have on here, please put it in the chat and let me know. We're trying to do this at least once after the game, and then we'll have the regular Monday Minutia on at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys will be able to check us out. If you don't mind, like the video on the way out. If you hear anybody that wants some good Atlanta Falcons content, I would hope that you would think of me, spread the word, and let them know that your uncle's talking about it. Mostly on Sundays, Mondays, and Fridays, especially after the game. Again, make sure you like the video on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please do your uncle a favor. Hit over there, that free subscribe button. That subscribe button that costs nothing but the energy of your finger. If you're on a iPad or iPhone, the total push of your finger, that's how much it costs to get subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button. Just so we can make sure we can get that stuff out of here. Again, appreciate everyone tonight. Thank you, Atlanta Falcons, with the comeback win in the fourth quarter. They beat the Green Bay Packers 25-24. On to Detroit. Take our 2-0 record. See what we can do with it next week. We'll talk a little bit more about the game tomorrow on the Monday Minutia in Uncle Steve's Lounge on YouTube, and then also on Facebook in the Atlanta Bird Gang group. Until then, everyone have a great Sunday evening. Be blessed, and we'll talk to you all later. Y'all have a good one, okay?